those colours, it must be Thursday. Welcome, everyone, to episode 270 of the Max Wrestling Podcast. This is your captain speaking, along with Travis the Walker Anderson. And joining us this week is the current reigning Knowledge Champion, El Jefe, Moses Marquez.
Top of the morning to you.
What's up?
Top of a bright morning. We currently have bipolar summer in the UK.
What is? Okay, so explain UK weather to me.
So, it's currently very sunny and very warm. Yesterday it was very cloudy. And the day before that it was very sunny.
Do you guys not get a lot of sun?
No. We kind of get like a week of summer in March, April. And then we gotta wait till like late June, July.
Wow. See, now I live in Southern California. I live in San Diego, so we have that the SoCal weather that everybody wants. It's like summer all the time, but it gets so annoying because then you have like your super hot days where it's like out here it gets to like 110 in the summers, but then you have like cold ass winters, or us, we're not used to getting rain, and then you get rain for like an hour out here. Everybody freaks out and they lose their shit if it's like goes on for longer than a day. They're like, we're in a drought. Oh my God, I can't drive in the rain. People are like not letting their kids go to school for the sake of, I don't know. It's just weird.
Heat stroke.
Sure. Let's go with that.
I don't even know what to say about the weather here. Good God, it's just fucking cold all the damn time anymore.
So I noticed something this week, and it's Cypher and Travis. You guys are the only ones so far that have challenged somebody in the promo league that's below them. I'm not sure if everyone realizes that they can do that. It doesn't really matter who you challenge, so long if you win, you go up. It's that simple.
See, I don't think people understood that part. I know I did, but my point was I had a target list.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I elaborated on that anyway, so that's probably my bad.
Yeah, Phoenix was quite confused that I was challenging him, or I think he thought, was it? I can't remember. I think he got confused about challenging Corey or something like that. I don't know.
Because that was kind of like an open challenge, and Phoenix just accepted it.
Well, he was going to challenge him anyways, thanks to me.
I mean, poor Phoenix. He's got 2 matches next week now.
Oh shit, he does. Huh?
There's like a 3-day space in between when each one's due, but yeah, he's got Cypher and then he's got Rob Chef.
Oh yeah, but 3 days is a giant difference.
Well, go Phoenix.
I like the double duty.
And of course, this week is, well, last night actually it went up, was the big Kingpin versus El Jefe.
Oh God, that was great.
Yeah, I was talking to some people, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I brought like it was like, oh, we brought the big fight," and then I immediately got something from Teddy. He's like, "Did you really expect any less?" I'm like, you know what? I didn't, but I really did not expect for what he brought to the table. I will gladly admit that I privately messaged Demir and told him that when I grow up, I want to be AT wrestling.
He messaged me after I put the promos up and everything, and he went, Did you get the name? I was like, I know I should, but it's not ringing any bells. And he was like, 80s wrestler. Mm-hmm. Shit. Genius.
All I know is he can cut a promo anytime with his shirt hanging off, and I'm listening.
I was impressed he managed to find an interview studio in these dark times as well. Like, fair play.
He knows people. He knows some people. Like those interview people, those are top notch. They used to work for ESPN. Now they work for not ESPN.
Now they work for Amir.
There you go. Which is better than ESPN.
And unfortunately, we got our first yellow card.
Yeah. I
Well,
also
that one,
messaged
it's
Amir afterwards and said I really didn't want you to be the first person to get one. And it was only 38 seconds over as well.
Yeah.
But rules are rules. Can't bend them, can't break them.
that's true. But I mean, like, I think I really don't like. When I saw that, I was like, "What? Oh, that's gonna be lame." But let me look at this freaking thing anyway. And when I saw it, I'm like, you know what? I don't think it's gonna matter. Like, I felt confident going in, but then I saw that, and I was just like, started picking apart my promo. Like, oh, wait a minute, we could have did this, we could have did this. Shit. So,
The
I
other
mean,
thing
I
as
don't
well.
know. He brought the big fight.
The other thing as well, if you get 2 yellows, that's a red, and that means you can't call anybody out for a month. But I don't think that's going to bother him here because everybody calls him out.
Yeah, he's just hanging out waiting for people to call his phone. Oh yeah, I'll do it. It's like Leonard Kenny for those who watch Leonard Kenny. Oh yep, stay at the driveway, don't come up the property.
This is like post to post extra time.
Yep. By the way, great first episode.
It was very
Thank
good.
you. Yeah, that was fun.
It's kind of nice that we only do it once a month too, so there's not much pressure on us to keep producing a good show.
Yeah.
Unlike Max, where we have to talk about WWE and sound positive. Speaking of positive, Becky was positive. That was a great
Oh
segue.
yeah, she was.
That was a great segue. I'm proud of myself.
It really
for that
was.
One.
Yeah, that was.
It's just a shame, of course, that it was leaked way before Raw went on the air, because the segment was, of course, pre-taped, and dirt sheets get their little fingers in the pies, as did Seth.
He got more than his fingers in there, boss.
He got more than a finger in, yeah. Jesus. So yes, Becky comes out with the briefcase. Now, we heard before the show that she was going to swap the briefcase with Asuka for the title, which I thought would have been a better idea because that means Becky can come back after she has the baby and she can cash in. But apparently, she's literally just giving her the belt. So okay.
Well, like I guess the whole thing was it wasn't you were winning the briefcases, you were winning the title. So it's like, well, what if somebody from SmackDown won?
Yeah. Well, they've introduced a new kind of
Oh
wild card, which it's an open invitation to one person from each brand to come on the show, and the first person Raw picks, Baron Corbin.
Sorry.
You got Bray Wyatt, Braun
Look, I loved
Strowman,
Baron
Daniel Bryan. Nope, King Corbin.
Oh gosh, no. Okay, see, look,
So-
I'm gonna go back to like how I did with Moose last week. I loved Baron Corbin when he was in the NFL, and that wasn't his name in the NFL, obviously, because it's not his real name. But he was a great O lineman. He's really good friends with Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee actually he's I don't understand why people dog him all the time. I'm like, have you seen this guy work? He tries so hard to be the big boss man and realizes halfway through, oh crap, I can't do that, and then still tries it anyway. It's annoying.
Also, the gimmick is
So-
just terrible.
Yes,
I
Worst.
like the gimmick.
you would.
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
But what is the point in what's the point in this damn one person wild card rule bullshit?
Well,
Like, what are you to achieve?
To have a draft.
they don't have their full rosters, obviously, with the pandemic. So I guess they're just sort of trying to keep things fresh by having different people fight different people.
Yeah, but they still have like a ridiculous amount of people as is.
Okay. No, they don't, because if they did, we wouldn't see stupid ass people like fucking what the hell is that giant German dude's name? Something Vink. Brandon Vink. We wouldn't be seeing him. We wouldn't be seeing fucking was it Wesley Blake? No, not Wesley Blake. Yeah, Wesley Blake. I don't know, the Forgotten Sons, like, they're desperate for people, man.
Yeah, they brought the
Like,
Iconics
that's
back
why-
too.
Well, if they didn't release everybody, then they might have some.
And you see, when you do dumb stuff, then you pay the consequences.
But also, they've released all these people, and now they want football players and basketball players and
Yeah.
UFC fighters.
Henry Cejudo talking about going to the WWE. I love Henry Cejudo, but it's like, what are you gonna do, bro? I love you to death, but you're like, I'm as tall as you, and you're not like Rey Mysterio. Okay, that's like the only people I'm accepting who's that height.
Back from the dead too. I,
Oh, well, don't get me started.
I love how
Oh my
Ray had
lord.
to explain what happened because they just, I guess they messed up really with Money in the Bank because they didn't react to it in any way. It was just dumped over the ledge and oh shit, did he just get thrown off the roof? So then next night on Raw, Ray's like, okay, so there was another roof underneath that I landed on.
Bullshit. This guy said he fell 6 feet in 2 seconds. That is physically impossible. He
Yeah.
would have to all of a sudden have gained like 3 times the mass
I'm sure it
and
would
be
have taken
thrown
Ray
at a
like 10
proper angle.
seconds.
It was just, oh, it drove me nuts. And then, so he falls 6 feet from a building to a building. Okay, nobody's catching him. Nobody's. It's not in a padded, a padded area, whatever. But that happens, and then he's now medically like he's in critical condition after the eye thing. But he can fall off a building, no problem. What the fuck?
Well, I mean,
Since we're on that topic, though, what did y'all think of Money in the Bank?
well, yeah, that was going to be our next questions. The actual match or the pay-per-view?
Both.
Okay.
For one, like I didn't even watch. I did not even fucking bother watching the entire pay-per-view. I just fast forward straight to the Money in the Bank match.
You'd at least go watch Drew and Seth.
Yeah, there were some good matches. I wouldn't say it was a bad pay-per-view. Obviously, it could have benefited more from having a crowd and having those reactions, especially Seth and Drew.
Yeah.
But the main event itself, I just didn't know what to make of it. I didn't know if I should take it too seriously or not seriously enough because it's high stakes. But at the same time, they're just goofing around in Vince's office and having food fights.
Why does my man Otis got to start a food fight?
Of course, Otis. But then, why would Otis waste food?
Thank you. You know damn well he's not throwing shit.
I guarantee if there was stakes there, he wouldn't be starting a fight with him.
No, you just walked away. Like,
Put the money on. I got stakes. And poor.
And I thought they wasn't allowed to use a damn elevator.
I don't think that was ever explained that they can't, but the idea was something. Oh yeah, speaking of the elevator, so Asuka uses it, and I understand, she's Japanese, but it's numbers, okay? And how in the hell does she not just go to the top? and then apparently it's only 4 floors up. Like apparently Titan Towers is only 8 stories tall. It's 4 stories building wise and a 4-story garage downstairs. So
yeah, they were saying on Raw it was 10 floors.
Bullshit.
Just where they added extra roofs on top of each other.
So,
but maybe the elevators was rigged so they could only go up 1 floor at a time.
I'm telling you, they should have went with your idea, Big Bang Theory. Somebody blow it up.
Actually, maybe the elevator only goes to like the 1st floor, and then you've got to take a different elevator to get higher up because obviously they're the more executive offices.
Maybe.
That would be, there you go, WWE. I've explained your plot hole for you.
He's come up with some lies for you people.
Not that I need any help with that. Fucking 10 floors.
Right.
I'm sure they said on Raw last week actually that you need key cards to get in every single room, including the elevators. Well, that was a lie. They didn't even need a key card to get into Vince's office.
You can get to Vince's office. I got into Undertaker's office. I was everywhere.
Yeah, that shit bothered the hell out of me. Hey, you started talking about the offices and whatnot, and fucking AJ Styles going in there with the casket. I was like, I want to see what happened in there, and then they just completely blew it off.
Yeah, I'm in 2 minds too about this continuing the feud between AJ and Taker, which is what they seem to be doing. AJ's obviously got PTSD from the Boneyard match.
I kind of like it.
I like it, but I think I didn't know they were going to continue the feud. It just felt like one and done.
Yeah, rumor is that Taker wants to have a wrestling match. Apparently, that's the thing now.
Yeah, you have a big match, then you have a wrestling match rematch.
Exactly.
I didn't. I think that was my last tweet when Raw went off the air. So you begin a feud with a last man standing, and then the rematch is a straight wrestling match. That's odd.
Yep. So I don't think you have it anymore. It's like, dude, you guys just beat the shit out of each other. What makes you think you wouldn't hang for like 25 minutes in the ring?
Yeah, you can have a 35-minute last man standing match. Beat the
Is
hell out
that
of each
all
other.
it was?
It would. I mean, it felt
like
longer, but
65.
apparently it was 35.
Sure.
Like 28
Yeah,
of that was sweat.
I think the Gargano and Ciampa match was actually longer than the Last Man Standing match.
Yeah, but
it
that
didn't
didn't
feel
feel
anywhere
as
near
long.
as long.
Yeah, because they did it cinematically, which has become a new phrase in wrestling.
Yeah, I'm about done with that too.
Well, they showed in the main event that they really shouldn't do it all the time. They tried so goddamn hard
Yeah,
to like make it cool. Like they're shoving brother love down your face. Why in the hell is Ray like stopping? Oh, somebody's taking a pee. Let me see who's coming out. What the really? It just drove me nuts.
Also-
And then Doink, it wasn't even Doink. It was just some jackass. Somebody said it was Noel Foley's boyfriend. I'm like,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's who I thought it was too.
Okay. But I mean, 15 years, how does Dana Brooke not know what a Money in the Bank briefcase looks like?
Oh, that okay. I will admit that part I was dying.
It's
Stephanie
never
had me rolling.
it's never been transparent with actual money inside, Dana. Plus, they also
like,
said
well,
it's
is
on the
now.
roof.
Well, at first when I saw it, I was like, okay, well maybe since there's different levels, there might be different types of briefcases. And I kind of like that idea. And then they did
Don't
that
make up shit for 'em.
horrible. No, I mean, like I thought it was kind of cool. Oh, there for a second, and then they did that part with fucking Stephanie, where clearly Stephanie was not even fucking there.
Yeah.
You could tell she just recorded that shit on her fucking phone.
She literally phoned it in.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was Dana, technically she won that case, so she keeps the money, right?
Sure.
Nice little bonus for her.
She needs
Yes,
it.
that's what I thought. What it was like, but then that didn't even happen. So I was like, okay. Why do you need an office just for Money in the Bank?
Yeah, do you have an office for every single pay-per-view discussion?
Oh yeah, there's like a backlash office with like stuff hanging off the roofs.
Yeah.
With
Oh, those old spiky A things, they were cool.
Maybe maybe that office with the casket, Undertaker, maybe that was just the Saudi Arabia room.
Yeah, there's no women allowed in there. So Steph's out.
Steph's out.
I thought Dana was gonna go for that briefcase, and then somebody was just gonna yank it up, like they did in ladder matches back in the day. Somebody was controlling the briefcase or whatever, and they'd raise it at the last minute.
What the hell?
I say, and I think it only happened once actually, with the Stone Cold versus the McMahon's ladder match, King of the Ring. Stone Cold goes for the briefcase, and it suddenly just starts raising up.
Well, yeah, they got to screw Austin.
Of course, you can't let him be CEO.
Great. I remember these days. I say the good old days, but in all reality, I think the storylines is all we cared about.
Yeah.
Some of the was shit.
I've kind of gone through stages with Otis winning as well. Like, first of all, I was confused and disappointed. Because I've made it no secret, I'm not the biggest Otis fan. I've kind of warmed to him since WrestleMania. But
Well, I mean, he kind of just they bobbled it and he caught it. It's kind of like, how are you supposed to feel?
But AJ threw it.
Yeah, he kind of did.
I mean, to be honest, he took it down first anyway. So how is he not the winner? He actually unhooked
Because
it.
he
Cut
lost
away
control.
right when they didn't. Like, it was
Usually, as soon as it gets unhooked, the bell rings.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're outside. The bell doesn't echo in here.
No timekeeper.
There you go. It's too cold. He went to get his jacket.
A day or two later, I kind of got used to the idea. Obviously, he's on a bit of a push. But then I saw the rumour that he's going to be cashing in for the tag team championships. And then immediately I was disappointed again.
As am I.
If it's true.
I mean, even I know it's like a waste, but even like cashing it in and being like, I'm the new Intercontinental Champion. Like, just do that. But it's just like, he's going to use it for the tag titles. At least that's what I keep hearing. And I don't like it.
That would have made more sense too. I mean, they were going to strip Sami of the IC belt. Otis has got a briefcase. I'll be the new champ.
There you go. Boo bam. They did it with fucking Asuka.
And poor Sami. It's okay for Brock to defend once every 4 months, so that's fine.
But because this guy cares about his health.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even if he just failed a wellness policy, like Andrade, keep his title.
Yeah, I don't get that. Homeboy got busted for some fucking weed, I guess, or whatever, and then there you go. You keep your fucking belt forever. He was out for it was more than 30 days.
Yeah.
And then now he's like, I understand he's been gone for a while, whatever, but you said nobody's going to get punished in this instance. So, I don't know.
When did he actually last defend the US title?
You mean
Andrade, yeah.
Sami? Oh, Andrade. Oh, last time he defended the US, no, he didn't defend it against Drew. They just had a match. I want to say, was there like a match with Humberto? Maybe just after he got hurt?
Either him or
Wrestling has all matches, so
He said, yeah, he digs through some stuff.
March 8th. So the night after WrestleMania was the last time he defended it against Humberto.
So he hasn't defended it in well over 30 days.
Oh wait, sorry, March 8th. That's Elimination Chamber. So before WrestleMania.
And again, still he hasn't defended it for months.
Yeah, didn't he defend it and then literally the next day he got suspended?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or the week after, something like that.
Yeah.
And since he's been back, he's yet to defend. But yeah,
and then he's had 2 injuries since then too. He came back and then got injured.
But he keeps his belt.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. He's dating a Flair. What do you expect?
Exactly. That's how it goes. Who's running? Well, not Charlotte, but Ric Flair apparently is his contract running out in WWE.
Who's?
Ric Flair.
Legends contract.
Yeah, the Legends contract.
Oh Lord.
So that just means I think he was already doing a bunch of stuff as it is, but now he's probably going to do, when all this stuff opens back up, that is, he's probably going to go right back to doing all kinds of cons and stuff. Everybody thinks he's going to go with AEW.
No,
And it's but what are they going to use him with? Why are they going to use in what way are they going to use him?
Well, that's the thing with the Legends contract. You can still do a bunch of appearances and cons and all that stuff. You just can't do interviews or you can't do podcasts. You can't do any of that unless it's outside of WWE. It has to be within WWE in order to do those kinds of stuff.
Well, then I expect him to be on fucking Jericho's podcast immediately.
Because, for example, Boogeyman, he's on a Legends contract.
Boogeyman, goddamn legend.
Yeah, unfortunately, somehow. But Mike Larkin, he reached out to Boogeyman and talked to him about doing an interview, and he got confused by the situation, thought he was trying to book him for an event, but And once
Jesus.
Boogeyman found out, I was like, "Oh no, it's just an interview, man." He's like, "Oh wait, no, I can't do that. I'm on a Legends contract, so I can't do this." But then, like the same week we were talking about that, he was doing an indie show where he was like competing and whatnot.
Weird.
Yeah.
WWE contracts are weird.
Very.
WWE contracts were written by Boris Johnson. You can do this, but you can't do that. But you can do them at the same time, but you can't. Okay. Now, so Becky announces she's pregnant. Congratulations, by the way. I don't think we said that. And then later in the night, Seth is just a disheveled shell of a man.
He knows what's gonna come in 9 months. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'll never see him again.
Interesting new gimmick, which is kind of... He's kind of got a Festus gimmick. He's in a state of just daze. And then
Is it me or
one
is
thing
he
sets him
chubby?
off.
Is he getting chubby?
He will do in 9 months.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm already looking at him. He's like walking around all just like mopey. It was like he kind of has like the dad bod look already. I'm like, oh, geez, you're working on it, aren't you? You're already miserable, and the kid's not even here.
But yeah, I mean, we mentioned the Rey Mysterio injury. That did look pretty graphic. I mean, his eye was literally right up against the corner, and you saw like a cut. I'm not sure if
Yes.
it was like cut the hard way or if he was cut beforehand. But it looked pretty deep.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad. I mean, I know that it's like they're trying to make it like, you know, the vulnerable spots. Like a dude gets hit in the eye and it's really going to mean something. You're going to get hit in the throat and it really means something. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was pretty.
But
I saw the still shot afterwards and I was like, oh, God, that just.
Yeah, but then you get thrown
cringe.
off a roof and it just happens to be another roof there.
You just walk away, you know, you dust yourself off, you go get a soda.
I laughed at the doctor though, because he just came over straight away and said, "We got to get the mask off. Is it okay if we take the mask off?" Okay, I get it. He's a lucha libre. There's history, but the dude's got an eye injury. Take the fucking mask off. And then of course
we get your respect, bro. And bleeding everywhere.
To protect Ray's identity, which we've already seen clear as day in WCW, they have to make sure the towel is over his face in front of the camera
for like
first.
a year plus.
Yeah. Not like we've ever seen Rey Mysterio's face.
Seriously.
I mean, WWE owned WCW. You can't exactly pretend it didn't exist like it was in another company.
Yeah, or like I said, check his Instagram. He's got pictures up with his kids with no mask on. But sunglasses.
It's kind of like Taz. We're not sure what his eyes look like because he's always wearing sunglasses.
You never thought of it like that. Taz had sunglasses on even indoors while he was talking to Darby Allin. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You're indoors. I don't give a shit.
The Rock did it all the time.
Yeah, it's true. Well, he was cool.
Yeah. I'm sure it was either The Rock or Jericho who once said, if you wear sunglasses indoors, you're either ultra cool or an asshole. Or blind, obviously.
Or blind.
I think they'd fall into ultra cool.
Agreed.
Another strange new gimmick was Truth. Our Truth. I can't even remember what the name was for this other alter ego we came up with because it was so freaky. Like 1 minute he was normal. Thank you to pre-recorded footage. You can do these quick cuts between different looks. So 1 minute Truth is on the apron looking normal. Next thing he's going cross-eyed and he's got these false teeth in, which are just crazy.
What the fuck is up with this thing, man? They're legit just trying to make Truth like a giant idiot.
I'm just confused at this point. This is what happens when you stop watching it and then you're trying to do a damn podcast about it. You're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Welcome to the Phoenix's world.
What the hell's going on?
I haven't watched anything for a month, but I'll do the podcast. Like a pro.
I try to watch. The key word being try. I try to watch everything Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. But God, it's so hard to watch Fridays. Like I have to kind of force myself to do it because it's just so bad. But I mean, like Raw wasn't horrible. I know I said that all questiony, but
Yeah, you're never quite sure, are you? Because it's been
No.
this standard for so long. You're like, is this bad or am I just enjoying it?
yeah, I know I'm not enjoying it. I'll tell you that much.
I know I'm not enjoying it as much as I should be. But
I know I used to have fun watching this show.
yeah. So I was like, is this bad for Raw or is it just bad in general? Is it good for Raw or is it actually a good episode?
We don't know. And then like the thing is we all know that wrestling needs a crowd.
Yeah.
Without a crowd reaction, it's a lot. It's very lackluster. That's why I think like these Wednesday shows have been so good because they've, done it with like little crowds, and then we've already seen half these other dudes, work small crowds before, in AEW. So I think like when you go from small crowd to no crowd, it's not a giant difference. It's still a fucking bit difference, but at least they're rolling with the punches better, I guess.
Yeah, Dynamite
It's
really
just like we're gonna
sounded.
be the same show anyway. Who cares?
Dynamite really sounded pretty loud this week. I think they had more people in there.
Yeah, they're starting
They
to
had
just
Pyro
throw people
too.
back.
They what?
They actually had Pyro too.
Yeah.
Good pyro. I liked it.
Oh, I love their Pyro. Always have.
They're always one step ahead of WWE.
Sure.
WWE, they're just gonna keep using their lasers and fog machines.
We finally brought Pyro back, but now we're just giving you lasers and smoke.
Yep.
Cool. Even though you
can't-
literally own the building.
We can't blow up our own performance center, man.
Why not? Vince blew up his own limo
Facts. Right
while inside of it.
Because he's a G.
Actually, do you know what I read about Money in the Bank beforehand? That Vince showed somebody how to do this stunt, and the story goes that Vince never asked anybody to do anything that he wouldn't do himself. Yeah, let's see you jump off Hell in a Cell, Vince. But I didn't actually see any stunts other than Black and Ray getting thrown off the roof, but that turned out to not be thrown off the roof.
I'm about to say. I guess he actually demonstrated.
How to get thrown over a wall.
Oh yeah, how to get thrown over. Here we go. But okay, so I think my idea, since we're going back to that, my idea of this match is I thought they were going to like tear through this entire building, and they didn't. And all in all, they only cost about like $3,800 worth of damage.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck was the point of doing this in the building? Just so you can climb floors and have brother love? I love you.
I love you too, but I gotta go.
Oh God, that made me so mad.
I just hate that. It just looked so damn awkward because they were in their ring gear. Like if they were just wearing like street clothes.
Yeah, and the
Oh, yeah, that's
entrances
up
were
front.
awkward. Like they all sort of had their music playing, and they walked 5 feet and then stood in a line.
Oh, don't get me started with that. It was like I felt like I was playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Just standing there, just doing like their. It felt like actually, you know what? In all reality, it felt like playing like what was it? Like No Mercy or whatever. They were just standing there. They do the little quick bit of their intro, and then they just do the rock.
Yeah, that guy on TikTok that did the old school match cards. Just get him to do all the
Yes.
entrances.
I mean, he was perfect.
He absolutely nailed Eddie and Booker T.
Agreed.
So the segment on Raw that really grinded on me was obviously the basketball segment.
Oh, so
Is
that was actually real?
that was a real thing. They actually played a game of basketball 2-on-2.
Oh my god! I saw a picture of it. I thought it was green screen. Like I thought it was Photoshop. I was like, oh, okay,
And
all right.
they pulled some kind of swerve, like we were supposed to be impressed. So like the Viking Raiders just got destroyed by Street Profits, and then right at the end he just sunk a massive basket. Like yeah, we just let you win. So what was the point in this whole segment?
To show them that they can do it.
Just do that to begin with.
No. No, this drove me bananas. Do people not know what Angelo Dawkins did in college? He was a basketball player. He was a two-time
Well-
all SEC.
I mean, to be fair, Vince has obviously forgotten that the Viking Raiders are actually tag team wrestlers because they've been doing basketball, they've done carpool karaoke. Why?
Well, yeah, they're the wacky tag team. Get out there and do something stupid.
But they're supposed to be big and intimidating and mean.
Nah, go do something stupid.
Yeah.
No, I like Angelo Dawkins. He looks like a big, strong dude who could, he actually can work. He's fucking crazy athletic. And then speaking of crazy athletic, Montez Ford is great. He's got more charisma than fucking half a SmackDown, if not all of SmackDown. So it's like, go
Yeah.
play basketball.
He's an amazing athlete, but I hate it when he speaks. He's
You
just,
do, I don't. I
He's
kinda love it.
over the top.
He is over the top, but that's what I love about him.
I think it's funny. I listened to y'all talk about the show, and I'm like, I hear like the R-Truth thing. I'm like, hey, well, maybe I should go check that out. And then you
Yeah.
say shit.
It
So I'm
was-
like, okay, I made the right decision.
It was Pretty Ricky. That's the name of his alter ego, Pretty Ricky.
Pretty
Well,
Ricky.
okay then. Oh, I'll just YouTube that segment.
Yeah. Even if you just look on Twitter for a photo, that's enough.
Okay.
So, I think I watched more wrestling on Wednesday because Wednesday I watched The Last Ride of The Undertaker, Impact, and then of course we had NXT and Dynamite later on in the night. So, Impact was okay. The only thing that leaves me confused with Impact is maybe Travis, maybe you can answer this because you've been watching it regularly longer than I have at the moment. Is Johnny Swinger supposed to be a terrible actor? Is that his
I
gimmick?
think so.
Because his line delivery is fucking shocking.
Yeah, he's trying to end the culture or whatever. I don't fucking get it. It caught me off guard too because like the last time I saw him, was like right when he debuted, and then I kind of like stopped watching again, and then I was like, I'll give it another shot, and then boom, there he is doing this fucking gimmick. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, they kept calling him, what is it?
Oh, he said he's not
What's his name?
he wasn't the Shawn Michaels of the team.
No, like what's his name? It's not Joey Ryan.
Oh yeah, Joseph P. Ryan.
Yeah. I'm like,
What?
is that Joey
Yeah,
Ryan?
Joey Ryan is
Yeah,
reformed.
what the fuck? Yeah, it's so weird. He's got like a damn turtleneck or whatever. It's fucking weird.
He's
So is he not
basically
beating
hilarious.
himself up anymore?
he's basically doing the right to censor gimmick.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
He's an
Oh,
uber vegan
I
who
like it.
wants to censor everything.
No, I need to see the dick clip.
No.
No, that's
No.
one thing I'm glad he censored.
I don't understand exactly why they're doing it or why he's got this other gimmick, but it's funny as hell though.
I mean, I'd rather see that than him sucking lollipops and flipping people with his dick.
Okay, now here's the thing. Like, I don't mind the dick flip. Is kind of entertaining at times. But when there was this one, they went down and they were in Mexico, and he walks out to the ring, pulls out the lollipop from his fucking dick, puts it in his mouth, and then throws it into the audience, and they show somebody putting it into their mouth.
Oh, come on.
I'm
They're
like,
all about it.
what the fuck?
Well, that definitely
I
wouldn't
was
go
like-
down these days.
Yeah, I would love to see them try to pull that shit down.
The North segment, I hated again. I think it was worse than last week. This week, it started off like in the woods, and then I look away for like 10 seconds, and he's still like running from one tree to the next. I'm like, how long has this segment been going on? It was like
Yeah.
a Rocky training video, but shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Before I forget again, I meant to tell you last week, but we got this little group chat with me, Moses, Andre Corbell, and Mike Larkin, and just talking about, putting what we're doing on Wrestling with Wrestling. Cheap plug. But Mike and Andre sometimes forget. They just talk in whatever group chat they want to talk in, I guess.
Yeah, I think Mike does that in general.
Yeah. Well, you'll be interested to know that they're about to do an interview with one of the guys that you're starting to really like in Impact.
Chris Bay?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, that was great because like a couple of weeks ago I started watching Impact for the first time in months, like properly watching it.
Yeah, not kind of rebellion.
And never seen Chris Bay before then, and it's just so impressive right from the get-go.
Hey, so
Yeah,
the North
he's-
is Ethan Page and Josh Alexander? Why does Alexander wear headgear all the time?
I don't know.
I guess he's an old school wrestler, amateur wrestler
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Somebody said I can't. They told me why, but I just can't remember.
Maybe he had a head injury at one point.
I think it had something to do with that.
Josh Alexander is a former PWG Tag Team Champion with Ethan Page. How long ago was that?
I don't know. You're Googling it.
Yeah, I am.
2012.
Actually, 2011.
Oh, so close.
I was like, oh, Dave was close.
When in
Hey,
doubt,
that's
2012.
That's me every time. I do those damn trivia. Yeah, at least I sound like I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually like 1 year off where I give like a really good answer, but except for that hornswoggle time.
You really good answer.
Watching Impact, obviously, of course, has also made a lot of people realize how much of a loss to AEW Kylie Ray was. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think everybody...
I still don't understand that.
Yeah, because she retired and then came out of retirement to go to Impact.
Wasn't it only because she like got into like a fight with somebody backstage?
Probably, but I still don't understand why she'd fully retire instead of just leave the company.
Bam.
I don't know.
Because everybody
Only
thought it was an
the-
injury.
Something like-
But
I
yes,
don't know.
she's been so impressive on Impact the last couple of weeks, and they're not really. I mean, she's a very happy-go-lucky, smiley person, and that's a gimmick. But it doesn't take over her matches. She's still pretty serious and into it. Other than smiling while she's doing rest holds, you wouldn't really consider it a happy-go-lucky gimmick.
Yeah. Kind of remind me of Emma and Bailey's gimmick.
Yeah,
Well, when she was
that was obviously a strong comparison from the very first day we saw her in AEW.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least she doesn't have the waving, flailing, inflatable tube men. Rest in peace, by the way.
Flailing tube man.
Hi, I'm Al Harrington.
Oh, I used to be able to do that like on the spot. That's
I've never been able to do that.
That's one thing that I always enjoyed about it was Corey Graves would do it. Was it Corey or
It was Byron's actually.
Yeah.
Because deep down Byron has a giant crush on Bailey.
Yeah, and Byron is obviously a very excitable person.
You're telling me. I can still see
I'm
the
just happy to
excitement
be
on his
here.
face a couple of weeks ago from that game show.
Oh my god, he was so in his
Don't
element.
talk about it. Please. That was a couple of weeks ago. Let's just leave it there, please.
I gotta find stuff for Trav so Matt Riddle can get over in his mind. I think I'm just gonna send him a bunch of stuff against him and Minoru Suzuki. The good old days.
I don't think I've talked to you about it on here, Daz, but I've said it before. I fucking hate Matt Riddle.
You may have mentioned it.
Yeah, but the thing is what I haven't talked to you about was doing these NXT review shows with Moses. I was starting to like him, and I was getting there. And then that damn game show, I'm like, nope, I'm done. Fuck, nope. It just ruined it all. I'm like, nope, fuck that guy. I hate him. Fuck him.
Only if you would have started sooner.
I mean, they kind of saved it this week, to be honest. We'll get to NXT in a minute. So, surprisingly to me, I always thought Josh Matthews was the asshole of the team, but everybody except Josh Matthews is accepting Moose as a legit world champion, even though it's not really brought back. Like, he was arguing with Madison, and she was saying he is a world champion, and Josh was like, but he didn't win a match. I was like, wow, I never thought I'd be on Josh Matthews' side. How is Josh Matthews the voice of reason?
I was sitting there thinking the exact same damn thing. I'm like, hey, what was that other thing he said to Madison Rayne? Oh fuck, something about kicking her off of commentary or something like that. I'm like, that's just fucking rude. Don't talk to your wife like that.
It's great though because she always puts him in his place.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious though.
So they've added to the gimmick now, where Moose forces the ring announcer to announce his matches as TNA World Championship matches, even though it's not really reactivated. I kind of like it. I didn't think I would.
I knew there was going to be something with it. I knew it from the jump. I fucking liked it. I knew it was going to go somewhere, and I was going to really fucking enjoy it. And I did, and I was right, and I love it. Yeah, I just really hope to... I just want to see them kind of like go back to where they were, and I kind of feel like they're on the right track.
Yeah.
To getting... to being good again.
And as we've heard, rumor is they kind of think trying to do like a team TNA and a team Impact kind of thing.
Yeah,
Kind of like WCW and the NWO.
yeah. And that's kind of what I've been expecting. That's kind of what I've been kind of hoping for. And I like where it's going.
I mean, they may as well
And
because they brought back so many old TNA guys.
Yeah. And maybe going from there, maybe EC3 come back,
Yeah.
Spud come back, Eric Young come back. You know, there's a lot that could go from there.
You know, a lot of people seem to be thinking that Sting is heading for AEW now that he's out of contract with WWE, but I wouldn't be surprised if he turned back up in Impact because, honestly, I loved his run in Impact.
Yeah, I feel like he got re-popular in Impact.
I got an Impact on right now, honestly, and I wasn't paying attention because I was talking. And I looked up and there's like some guy holding a beer. I'm like, I ain't got my glasses on either. I'm like, is that? No, that can't be James Storm. He ain't got a cowboy hat. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. He kind of looks like. Well, it looks like James Storm and Cameron Grimes had a baby.
I was going to say, is it definitely Impact you're watching and not Cameron Grimes on NXT?
I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
So going into NXT last night, we were told DX was going to make an announcement. I was wondering if Triple H or Shawn Michaels were pregnant. So it turns out neither of them are pregnant. But we are getting an In Your House pay-per-view from NXT, which I've wanted an In Your House for years. I'm just disappointed that there won't be a crowd for it.
Yeah, it's going to be different, but I hope they do up the set like the old school In Your House set.
Yeah, because they kind of stopped doing that when I got into wrestling. They still called some of them In Your House, but then they started having unique sets. So obviously I've got to go back and see all the old In Your House pay-per-views, and that was a cool set.
Yeah, I think they definitely got to bring that back, and they're listening to the retro show because all of a sudden Trav over here's got to do an In Your House next week, and they're like, oh shit, we got to bring it back before he does the show. We said In Your House first.
Yeah, I saw a post about it last night, and Moses, you shared it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I commented on it. I was like, it's pretty damn interesting. The week I have to watch my first WWF pay-per-view, it's In Your House. The same week they announced they're bringing back In Your House. I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah, it's destiny.
In Your House first. You're so popular.
Well, what was that?
I said they had to say In Your House first because you're so popular right now.
I love the fact that they've incorporated the old logo into it as well.
Yeah, I love that setup.
I had a feeling they were going to end up bringing it back. They kind of was hitting towards it when it came to all those quarantine COVID WrestleMania shirts they were doing.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually convinced that somebody in WWE and Impact were paying attention to the creator stories that I used to do on the THQ WWE games. Because there was one where I brought back Ken Shamrock and put him in the world title picture. And there was one where I'd started bringing back In Your House pay-per-views. And now it's 2020.
This is why you can't put stuff online.
This is why they stopped doing creator story, because I was exposing the upcoming storylines.
Can't use this one now.
You were the creator of Simpsons in the wrestling world.
Yeah, hey, maybe I'm the SmackDown hacker too.
Oh, well, yep, there you go.
Are you also a time traveler?
No, it's definitely not you, Des. You do better graphics.
Well, that's the other thing I watched as well on yesterday backstage, and it just kicked off brilliantly with CM Punk with his back to the camera, mocking the rumors that he's the hacker. But before he spun round, obviously Booker T's there and Christian's there, and Booker T's introduced as a two-time Hall of Famer. He's showing off his rings, and then it goes to Christian, and Christian says, "I got no Hall of Fame rings," which is a nice little dig from Christian. I appreciate it. And then Punk spins around and says, "I don't have any Hall of Fame rings either, Christian."
Of course.
Damn.
Of course, Christian. Well, I don't know. Okay, I gotta ask that. Do you guys think Christian should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? On what merit? Besides his tag team effort?
Yeah, I was going to say he wasn't a massive single star. He won a few world championships, but they were never sort of...
Well, when
Yeah,
I
he won
came
the
in,
world title when it never really mattered, and then he was ECW champion.
I would say he definitely had a better singles run in TNA. And
okay,
he was
see, yeah,
he was a more
that's
legit
my
world
thing
champion
is,
in TNA.
that's my thing is like, I was introduced to Christian in TNA. Hey, like when I started watching wrestling, I didn't do like research. I didn't look back at older stuff or anything like that.
Good, because
But
like when Christian was on his own after Edge and him broke up, it was
yeah,
bad.
but I remember seeing him in TNA, and he came there. And I really fucking enjoyed him.
Yeah.
And then I remember he like left, and I flipped over to Monday Night Raw, and then Christian's coming out, and it was a pop for me. I enjoyed it. I loved to see him come back. And then later on, that's when I learned who he actually was, like where he started. He's been around for like fucking forever, blah, 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 blah. And so, I mean, I think he deserves it in some merit.
I always had the feeling that he went back to WWE because they promised him a world championship. They just didn't tell him which one. And it turned out to be the ECW.
This is all shit.
Well, we said we were going to give you a world title. Yeah, but... Shit. I've just had the NWA world title.
Right? He's like, I just had some goddamn prestige, man. Oh, that's funny. But no, real quick, because I remember when Christian went to TNA, and I had a buddy at the time. Every day I'd go to school, he'd walk up to himself. He'd walk up to ladies or whatever, be like, "Hi, my name's Devin. I'm Captain Charisma." And I'd stop, like, "Where the fuck did you steal that from?" And one day I'm like hanging out, and then I actually remember like going to his house because I needed to pick up like some homework or something. And he's watching Impact. I'm like, "I fucking knew you were a wrestling fan. And why in the hell are you watching TNA?" I was a really big WCW fan. That was everybody's excuse that I ever caught watching TNA. They're only watching because of the WCW guys, Jarrett, Sting.
The funny thing is that was never my excuse because I was never a big WCW guy. I only kind of saw bits of WCW, and then after the Monday Night War, after WWE purchased it and everything, I've only seen bits of it. So for me, it was the new guys in TNA that got me into it. AJ and America's Most Wanted. And also
Samoa
WWE
Joe.
was terrible at the time. I think
Yeah, that's a fact.
2008 was kind of when I completely switched off WWE. I mean, I kind of kept up with what was going on. But yeah, for a good couple of years, I was just TNA.
2008 was when I was introduced to TNA.
Better than being introduced to WWE in 2008.
So even then, like in 2008, I didn't even know what the fuck WCW was.
What's a WCW?
Oh yeah, what?
What, Women Crush Wednesday?
Yes, I was just gonna say, like, I've said that out loud to like a friend or whatever. Like, oh, I was watching WCW. What? You have a crush that you watch? What? I'm like, no, it's fucking. Never mind. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
That's like a mirror at Starbucks.
Yeah.
As he stalks the barista from behind the plexiglass. have my coffee, please?
He better went back and told her that it was the damn rats about my shirt.
Yeah.
I heard that. I was dying.
All right, so we got another cool vignette for Killer Cross and Scarlett this week, and I think everybody that was born before 2010 kind of marked out at the old Armageddon theme,
Oh yeah.
and it fits
Big
so
time.
perfectly.
It was that entire like I said, they have a rocket strapped to this dude's ass.
Yeah, somebody's
he's-
really high on him.
Oh yeah.
And they should be.
Yeah, it's just unusual. That's all it is for me to see somebody come from another rival company and WWE treat them so well, other than AJ.
I know, right?
Like EC3 comes over and he's stuck in catering for 14 months. And Cross wasn't even in Impact for that long.
No.
Yeah. It's so weird, but like I'm happy though. Like I'm so glad that he is getting the treatment that he fucking deserves. It's something that you just never fucking see.
Yeah,
You
apparently
never
it's
see
not
anybody
just
get the treatment they deserve.
Triple H either. Apparently Vince is really high on Cross, which is very promising and very surprising.
Oh, it's not promising. That's a bad thing. That's a very bad thing.
Yeah. Cross will be playing baseball on Raw in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's what terrifies the shit out of me is the day he moves to Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I look forward to it because I want to see him against the Fiend. You know,
Well, maybe
it's those.
by the time they're ready to bring Cross up to Raw or SmackDown, Vince will be in his third wave of the XFL, so he won't be paying much attention.
Well, look how well that worked out this time.
To be fair, it wasn't his fault this time.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually working out well. Looked like viewership was steady. People were into it.
I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about him being distracted with the XFL.
Oh, yeah.
He did very distracted this time.
Yeah, no.
Maybe that's why it plummeted. He didn't put enough effort into it.
Yeah.
Sure.
We mentioned last week about the Robert Stone brand being the green brand. He actually
Pants that don't fit brand.
he surprisingly looked disappointed at Aaliyah this week. Like, were you expecting more? Really?
I think he was. I think he was. But it's
I
like,
think-
bro, like you obviously are new to the brand. You have not
Yeah.
been watching.
Maybe last week was the first time he saw Aaliyah.
He's like, oh, not too bad.
And then this week, oh shit.
That's why you're out here. Okay, let me go back this way.
Well, you still got Chelsea Green, who's a little better. Yeah.
I was trying to come up with a better excuse, but yeah, she's a little better and a lot hotter.
And he still ain't found no socks.
Nope.
Or pants.
No
that fit.
socks or pants that fit or a jacket that I don't get it. I don't get it. I legitimately don't get it. It's like a style. I know it's a style. I know it's like a thing. I don't get it. Am I old?
I mean, I don't get it either. So, if you are, then so am I.
Because it's like I don't. I mean, I understood the baggy pants thing because I lived through it. We all look like morons. I've since picked my pants up from then, but it's like I don't understand skinny jeans and why men need to wear jeans that are tighter than holy shit. And then I don't understand why this guy is allowed to wear his girlfriend's capris on fucking national television.
Yeah, what's
goddamn
with
ankle
showing the
showing.
ankle?
Yeah, showing the whole damn near the whole calf, no sock.
It's not even like he's got a tattoo to show off.
No. And he thinks he looks so cool.
Oh,
All I know is that brand has a lot of money and it's not making anymore.
no. It's
it's just losing it by the day.
Robert Stone is the original XFL of NXT.
Yeah, we're alive and kicking, but every day we're losing money.
Maybe I should release people. See you earlier.
Oh yeah, we thought about signing you, but we're not because it's going to save us some money.
Yeah, we're gonna hire a basketball player instead.
It'll probably be expected to do 20-minute matches.
Yeah. So the partnership between Matt Riddle and Thatcher is over already. They just beat the crap out of each other this week.
Yeah, I love that. I don't like that they already separated because it was kind of. I was like, okay, well, you could tell it was getting ready to go that way, and then they immediately started having problems in the ring, and he gets bumped accidentally, and he's like, nope, fuck you, I'm out of here. So he just leaves, and Matt actually tried to beat him off. He beat him off. Pause. He actually tried to withstand the onslaught, but numbers game. So and you know what? I'm really not that disappointed that the Imperium is the new tag champs. Like I felt like they could have had a tag run a while ago.
Yeah. I also kind of feel like they could pull an Undisputed Era and just have all the gold.
I was thinking the exact same thing. But I don't know if I want to see Alexander Wolf as a North American champ. Now, maybe replace him with Thatcher. I've said it in my shows. For those who know, Thatcher was a long-time partner of Walter in PWG.
Yeah.
What do you have against Wolf?
What is it? What I don't have nothing against him, but what does he bring to the table? Nothing.
I was gonna say,
like, you want a big, scary, mean dude? I would rather say, look at this big, scary, mean dude next to the other big, scary, mean dude. I'd go with Thatcher over Wolf. But I'm biased.
Maybe that's just me wanting to just go with the other guy that you're going for.
Maybe. We're just clashing heads. No, fuck you, this guy. No, fuck you, that guy.
I mean, they were kind of planting the seeds right from the beginning. That Thatcher just wasn't interested in Matt Riddle's fun and games. He just wanted to straight beat people up. And then they did the game show segment, and that just killed it.
Yep, he was like, this is bullshit. How the hell did Pete stand for all this for so long? It's like he didn't have to do the game show. That's what it was. He did no game show.
I'm wondering what Pete's going to do when he comes back now, because he picked Thatcher to team with Riddle. And
they got to
just
go
imploded.
They got to go. They have to do that match. Like, dude, I hooked you up with my guy. You lost my tag belt for me because you walked away.
Or what if he comes back and Riddle's like, I'm sorry, bro. And it's like, I'm sorry, too, that I didn't beat your ass first.
That's a possibility, too.
I'd be okay with that.
I kind of don't want to see Dunn and Riddle break up, though.
Yeah, I'm with him. I love him too much.
Because they balance it perfectly. Obviously, Pete Dunne's deadly serious, and he kind of just puts up with Riddle, whereas Thatcher was clearly getting annoyed.
This is where I'm biased. I just want to see Matt Riddle's ass beat every week.
That's it. I'm finding you some Riddle Suzuki matches.
It's not his ability. Or
then you're never gonna love Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle is 100%. If you were to turn Cheech and Chong, make him one guy and turn him white. That is Matt Riddle.
I just fucking hate his gimmick.
But he will murder you. Like that's his gimmick. He looks like Kerry Von Erich, but he's 5 times as stoned and can kill you at any moment.
I mean, sometimes, it's not it takes more than just in-ring ability to like somebody, to be a fan of somebody, you know?
You know what, Trav? Do me a favor. Go. I want you to, when you got some time off, I want you to find this movie. It's called Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Okay? I want you to watch that movie, and I want you to become a fan of Spicoli. When you become a fan of Spicoli, you will fall in love with Matt Riddle.
We'll
It's
see.
the easiest way I can like get you to like Matt Riddle, because Matt Riddle is Spicoli. He is this fucking completely fried dude who just lives life as he wants it because he wants to.
I think
But again,
trolling
he's
Goldberg's
also a
enough reason
trained
to like
badass.
him.
What's that?
I think trolling Goldberg's enough reason to like Matt Riddle.
That too. He loves to troll Goldberg and Lesnar because he shits on them both for loving MMA, quote unquote.
Yeah. And just being part-timers.
Yeah, that too.
And
I know he hates Goldberg because Goldberg tried to do like judo all late, and I guess he got a black belt, and he was like, "That's disrespectful." I'm like, how the hell is that disrespectful? But then, you know, part-time thing, and he was a fighter as his gimmick before fighting was like a real big thing.
Yeah, Goldberg's good at just getting belts for absolutely no reason.
For the fact of he's push worthy. He's gonna be ratings.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they gave the belts in WCW is he was ratings. They weren't hoping for regime change. It was, oh, let's get some ratings, and then hey Nash, you're gonna fucking burp him with a goddamn cattle prod, and we're gonna take the belt back.
Mm. Ugh. Fucking Goldberg.
I know this is completely random, but like I said, I'm watching Impact. But fucking John Cena is literally trying to get every single damn like acting gig he can. It seems like.
Yeah.
I just saw a fucking commercial of like a credit score company, Experian or something like that.
Oh, John Cena,
like,
every commercial in the world, absolutely.
Like what? And he's like fucking riding like a purple fucking cow.
No.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait till you see the one where he's trying to wine and dine that cow.
Oh no, I've seen that one too, but I'm like, damn, like you're doing fucking movies. You're doing like Fast and Furious movies. You're doing like so many damn movies. Why the fuck you gotta do this damn stupid bullshit?
Because they're calling.
I don't give a damn.
If they're gonna pay you like $75,000 to talk to a fucking animated screen, would you not say yes? You know what? No, it's John Cena. They're gonna pay you probably like $150,000 for an hour of your time. I'm taking that all day long. Even though I got a shit ton of money, why not?
I don't know why
I
everybody
got nothing
wants...
better to do than style my fucking weird hair.
I don't know why people want to use an invisible man in commercials anyway.
I know, right?
You can't see it.
You know, I think I've actually
But
seen that one because we
know.
don't get it over here, but I stream Raw and SmackDown, so I get to see the great commercials that you get.
That's it. I'm gonna totally find like every dumbass commercial John Cena's in, record it, and send it to you. Because trust me, there's more. There's plenty more. He did a car commercial. Toyota used his fucking theme song for a while in their fucking car commercial. Like, John Cena is legitimately like Steve Austin as far as like all over TV as he was like in the 90s, like where you couldn't change the channel and not get like a random WWF like, you know, commercial with maybe Stone Cold or whatever. Yeah, he's on credit cards. Fucking I saw his face on a bus the other day.
The most random thing with Stone Cold in the 90s, just channel hopping, and all of a sudden Stone Cold music hits and he's walking up to beat up some drug dealer in Nash Bridges.
Exactly.
What the hell is this?
He's on a cop show. He's on. All of a sudden, you'll see him on Family Feud. Like, what the fuck is going on? the good old days.
And then, of course, the weakest link.
Oh God, I hated that show.
Oh, it was so good. Just the wrestling specials were so good.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. I always watch those.
I never saw I never saw it on the weakest link, but I've seen the ones where they were like on Family Feud.
Oh, yeah. Alright, well, we haven't really gone into Dynamite so much yet, so I think it started off strong this week, and it kind of floated up and down. But Cody is so good at convincing me he wants to kill somebody.
I know, right?
He did
The
it
only
with
thing,
Jericho, MJF, and now Archer. He does it every time.
yeah, the only thing that bothered the fuck out of me though was his little bullshit fucking entrance this week.
Thank you.
Like that was just fucking stupid.
And when he's
Steve's-
revving up to just like crash 10 feet,
Yeah.
knock a
He's
bunch
Like,
of chairs
what,
over.
what is the damn purpose? Like, it would have been different if they showed him, like, just blazing through the fucking parking lot. But no, he's just, like, sitting there.
Yes. Thank
Go
you.
10 feet and just tap this little makeshift barricade that they just, like, found. Oh, there's a random trash can. Let's move it over here. Like, what the
No, get the
Like,
metal
what the-
ones. They sound better.
fuck?
Like that's like,
I'm
no.
like-
Trav is 100% right. You could have had this dude screaming in through the parking lot, get like a random quick high speed shot of him just fucking zooming by, and then in reality you cut that and you have him do like a 20 mile an hour drive and slam on the brakes, and then
Yeah.
he kind of sort of hits that shit.
Not like
Like,
Cena
that would have been
just
way better.
speeding through Detroit and then crashing into the arena.
That
In a
would've been
Mustang.
Like, yeah, like that's what I like. As soon as I heard the truck, I knew what was coming, but I was kind of hoping like maybe they started on the field,
Mm.
and he just drove straight through the fucking field, made his way over there. I mean, like that would have been different, but 10 feet, really?
Just made me so mad.
I'm like,
He's-
Cody are better than this.
He revs the shit out of this fucking truck, puts it in drive, and stop, put it in park, turn it off. All right. Like, what the fuck? You could have just thrown it in park, left it on? Like, some kind of dramatic. He's like, nope, don't nobody touch my fucking truck. Okay, you got it, boss.
They even could have made it look like he ran over Jake's snake.
That would have been cool.
I would
That would've been cool.
have cheered for that. I'm sure Travis would have too.
Yeah, this is my snake. Oh, Lord.
Well, when it comes to that, though, Daz, doing that video, I felt like I bonded with that snake.
yeah.
So maybe next time
Um,
I might be able to actually have it in my hand. I'm working my way up to it. Like, my fucking wife buys this damn snake, and, like, she was so afraid of my reaction to finding out she got a snake. She wasn't even at home. I just, like, she
If
stayed
anything,
at
that's
a friend's
worse.
house. Yeah.
Right? I'm just going to hide this
just
thing.
leaving a snake at home for you to find.
Yeah, like I was at
Yeah.
work. I called her on break, and she was like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna buy a snake." I'm like, "You fucking better not." And she was like,
do it.
"But I want one." And I was like, You better fucking not." And then I get home, I call her. She wasn't at home. I'm like, "Hey, where you at?" She's like, "Oh, I'm over at my sister's house." I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "I take it you haven't made it inside yet." I'm like, "Oh God." She bought a fucking snake. And I just walking all the way to the door, I'm like, there better not be a fucking snake in this house. I walk in, I'm like, there's a fucking snake in my fucking house. I'm like, and I just walked out.
I don't know if anybody's played Stranded Deep, but I jump when I'm playing that, and I accidentally walk over a snake on the game, and I've got him on passive, So they're not even going to bite me.
Oh shit! No, okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to step on you.
Again, loving Jake the Snake. Basically playing cheerleader this week. I'm surprised, really. He was stood on the apron, and he stayed on the apron when Cody bounced off the ropes. I thought he was going to knock him off.
Yeah, I was hoping he was gonna like bounce off of him or something.
But it would have been great if Jake still had the microphone around. And he was like, "Come on, Lance, bounce off the ropes." Shit.
So there's this website, community or something like that. It's where celebrities will make like a cell phone number type thing, and they'll post their cell phone number online, and you can like text them or whatever, and they'll text you back. And they also have the option to send like whoever's like signed up with it, they can do like a mass text. So I was at work yesterday, and I got a text from Cody, said, "Should I beat Jake Roberts' ass tonight?" I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah, I love the whole concept, and everybody got excited that Cody Rhodes is giving out his phone number. We can text him, and it turns out to be this like kind of automated thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of automated, but it's not. Like, he will literally be. It's only like when you first text it is when you get the first automated message. But then everything after that is legitimately him texting you, and he'll send like pictures of Pharaoh. I think 2 days ago he's like, "I got a new shirt for tomorrow night. Who wants to see it?" And then he sends the sneak peek picture of his new shirt.
So it's kind of like a personal Instagram.
Yeah, kind of. But sometimes it's just random messages. It's just a new social media that's just text message.
I can only imagine his phone going off though. Surely he's got two phones.
I would sure fucking hope so.
Yeah, it's just like a app type thing, I guess. I don't know how it works for them, because there's another one that was doing it. George Takei, he was doing it too.
But basically, Cody now knows what it's like to be in several group conversations with Mike Larkin.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I love you, Mike. Oh well, we're getting a celebrity guest at Double or Nothing in the form of Iron Mike Tyson to present the TNT Championship.
Have you seen this guy's workouts lately?
I was just gonna say that new video. He's still a machine.
Oh my lord! He's 52, and he wants to. I guess he got offered a bunch of money for a bare knuckle boxing match. I don't know if that's gonna happen. He'd fucking kill a man.
It's insane.
Like those shots, dude. I have not heard that kind of pop in a long time.
I saw that video, and then at the end of the video, he's like, "I'm back." And then a few hours later, I see the picture, Double or Nothing, Mike Tyson. I'm like, "Oh God, no!"
Yeah. The whole
I didn't look. I just first reaction was I thought he was gonna have a match.
Oh God, no!
I wonder if he's gonna punch somebody out like he did Shawn Michaels. The whole "you still got it" chant, and then they respond with "I never lost it" has never been more appropriate than with Mike Tyson.
Exactly. Mike Tyson always said he was afraid to start training again because he knew his competitive juices would start flowing. And Jesus God, does it show? Because he's only been training like I want to say like 5-6 months at the most. And he, all of that natural ability and raw talent is back. And for 52 years old, those are the fucking quickest hands I've seen.
Mike Tyson is terrifying. Even his tiger's
he,
scared
he
of him.
really is. Right? I don't want no problem. Sorry. I'm going to go lay down. I'm a nice house cat.
I'm just going to go and chew on some meat. You go about your business.
I don't want no problems. And then apparently Evander Holyfield's going to try to have a boxing match. He's older than Tyson. Yeah, everybody's trying to come back.
It's like
Oscar De La Hoya.
WWE have set the standard. All these old
Yeah,
timers
bring
can
back
come
all the old
back.
guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
no, Evander Holyfield's going to be boxing. I don't know against who. And then it looks like Oscar De La Hoya might have a quote-unquote super fight with Conor McGregor.
Whoa.
So we'll see how that goes.
Whoa.
Too many people been watching the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
But right? That's kind of it's. You know what? No, it's not even the Rocky movie. They've been watching Undisputed. If you've seen those movies with oh god, what is Michael K. White, the martial artist dude? I fucking love that guy.
I love the plot for Rocky. Was it 6? Beat him on a simulator. Maybe I can do it in real life.
Oh yeah. I saw that. I was like, wait, what? Is that for? No, that's not how it works, man.
The stats don't match. Those are based on you in the 90s and the 80s.
Oh yeah, because ESPN fucking did a gimmick, said they could. It's not like he ran a simulator. Fucking ESPN ran a simulator. He's like, I got it. Like, no, you don't.
Although the Undertaker documentary was amazing, and if anything, it makes you appreciate the bad matches that he's had recently and his mindset going into them, because he wanted to prove it to himself that he wasn't that bad.
I knew the Undertaker was going to be a giant part of my life when I started watching wrestling, but God, is he just like great? His legacy will live on in infamy, like, even with those bad matches. But yeah, he was like, no, I got to do something, that way the Undertaker can go out like the Undertaker would. And it's like, yeah.
And now I kind of understand why he didn't retire after the Roman Reigns match, because he didn't want that performance to be his last performance.
Could you blame him?
No, I mean, if the match was better, it would have been a perfect send-off.
Yeah.
So it's such a shame, really, that the match didn't live up to expectations or standards. But everything else about it was perfect. The entrance, the exit. I'm also kind of glad he didn't retire, because I love the Boneyard match.
Yeah, it was great. I kind of hope we get maybe 1 or 2 more, but it got to be like the perfect opponent.
Yeah.
So,
and also,
I wouldn't mind Sting not doing the TNA thing, but he's gone, so that one's out of the question now.
Yeah. The beauty of the Boneyard match and the cinematic match as well is they don't have to film it all in one shot, so Taker he doesn't have to push himself too much.
Which is
Exactly.
great.
Just need to sit down for a minute, no problem. We'll cut there and then we'll come back to it.
I wouldn't mind seeing Undertaker and The Fiend.
Yeah.
I think that's where it might go next.
It was so surreal though. I mean, we've seen him out of character recently in interviews with Stone Cold and stuff, but it was so surreal seeing him backstage like a normal person, just joking around with people.
Very refreshing.
Yeah, it was nice to see. Really nice to see. I'm also disappointed that it wasn't on Netflix or anything, because now we got to wait for another episode instead of getting the whole series at once.
Yes. Like, I want to binge, man. I want to binge.
Come on, Vince. We don't watch week by week anymore. We binge.
That's how it goes, boss. You should know this. Oh, well.
Well, we're having a lot of fun with the promo league. We've seen some amazing stuff so far, and the first special of the season is Trivia Takeover 5.0 Champions Chase. Comes your way on June 11th. The Demoness will be defending the promo championship against the #1 contender in the promo league. That will be confirmed on June 4th after the cutoff date on May 28th. We do know for sure that Moses will be defending the Knowledge Championship in the first ever Champions Chase against Ella J, Kinney Killer, The Phoenix, and Travis the Walker Anderson. It's wrestling trivia like never before.
The card is stacked against me, man.
It is,
Well, kind.
but the card's stacked in general.
It is. It
because
is. It really is.
Travis, you're now pulling double duty as well, as you'll be taking on Robert Davis in the promo league.
Yeah. Maybe, depending how things turn out, maybe triple.
Yeah.
Never know what's going to happen when it comes to
This is the thing with
that #1 contendership.
2 out of 3 falls, we always expect the third fall.
Yeah.
Also announced, well, kind of announced this week, that the Butcher will have his first league match as he takes on Rob Chef. And here's a little swerve for you. The winner will not climb 1 place. The winner will climb 2 places in the rankings for 1 night only. And don't forget the Predictions Championship. We didn't think we had a pay-per-view that weekend, but now we know we're predicting Backlash. Question is, will the first ever champ, Chad Isaac, still be the champ by then? Because we'll also be predicting Double or Nothing next week, and the week before Backlash we now have NXT TakeOver in your house on June 7th. And once again, Trivia Takeover comes your way June 11th, the first championship stop of the promo league season. We didn't say actually, congratulations, Chad. What was it? 5 out of 7?
Yeah.
And just in case you missed it on Post to Post, here is the spectacle that was the Demoness versus the Shape to get you amped up for Trivia Takeover.
Hello, mortals. Shh, brother. They can read. They can see. The Shape will be no more. Hello, my little mortals. Hello, Shape. Or should I say, mythical being that you are. You see, Shape, we've been hearing you in the wind, the name Shape, Shape, Shape. But you don't want to bury us or take us to the light. I don't know what you are going to achieve, my sweet, but I know one thing's for sure. I'm taking your soul. This is how I'm taking you back to my realm. Now we are going to use these to teach you the madness of the Demoness. You are one of many forms, Shape. You have been light. The light still strikes us. And then you have the darkness that we embrace all the time. We are going to take you to hell, but these have been specially made just for you, Shape. Just so we could drag you, being the being that you are, as you are not mortal, you are not demon, you are a being. So when you're ready, my sweet Shape, follow us and follow us to your doom. Bye. Bye. Shape! See you in the darkness, Shape. I'll be waiting.
They say your palms can reveal your future. What they don't tell you is that fire is the key. Fire reveals all. You wish to take a soul that I do not possess. What you and everyone needs to remember is I am every shadow you ever saw in the corner of your eye and dismissed as nothing but your imagination. I am every presence you have ever felt behind your back that sends shivers down your spine. Demoness, you once said you make the boogeyman look fluffy. I ask you, what's the boogeyman? There is no boogeyman. There is only darkness. You claim to live in the darkness. You merely adopted it. I was born in it. You could say I was shaped by it. But you have learned well. You have embraced the madness.
Madness!
And the darkness has served you to the point of becoming promo champion. You are on my level. And that's why I need more than the darkness to face you. I need more than the madness to face you. What I need is the power of a god. Because now I've taken the shape of a dark avenger. I avenge people at their lowest. I avenged Mike Larkin and his fall by breathing new life into him.
We're all mad here.
I avenged Travis Anderson
Madness.
by making the Demoness meet her maker. As a matter of fact, Travis Anderson your time has come.
Now, Travis, it seems you're next. And I think we can confirm now, regardless of what's going on in Promo League, you'll be facing the Shape at Promo Slam.
Yes, sir.
Nice. I like these promo bouts that have plenty of time to build up.
Oh yeah. It's
Speaking of
gonna be
building
fun.
up promo,
No. Fuck that. I'm not here to talk about Promo Slam or Promo Mania 6. No. Fuck that. If anything, we're going to talk about what's current that is Travis the Walker fucking Anderson, and The Shape.
Anderson.
I think we both told Mike because he wants to respond again, but he's struggling to find the time recently. And I think Travis, you and I have both told him there's plenty of time to respond, Mike. You've got nearly a year to respond.
Got to build this thing up like Okada versus Tanahashi.
This motherfucker wants to damn build it, like have a response weekly. Almost.
I don't know about weekly.
No, that's how he damn
Like
near.
I've told you guys, I plan to take a jab every so often. I don't know about like a weekly gimmick.
I told him I would be okay. I would calm down with it if it was, maybe a response once a month.
I think what it is, Mike misses it.
Yeah,
I think he does too.
Well, your seat
he's
will
on
always be
vacation.
here, Mike.
He's not on vacation.
Well, the bell has rung for another week. Click that subscribe button before you tap out. YouTube.com/MaxWrestling and follow us at SoundCloud.com/MaxWrestling. Also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and we rock off with our socks off on Castbox.
Castbox.
If you haven't already, join our Facebook group at Max Wrestling. You can find me at DazzyMWP and Travis is at Walker_TA92. And he's got to do his own plugs once again, so over to El Jefe.
That's right. Yeah, no Trav, which is all. I mean, no Trav, no Mike. So I will do my own stuff. But speaking of Trav and I did do the AEW NXT review show that dropped late, thanks to Google Drive being a complete bitch. I'm just gonna say it like that. We had a lot of fun doing that one. It was interesting. He's trying so hard to get me to like Dexter Lumis, and I'm trying so hard to get him to like Matt Riddle. We're button heads. Brian Green has finally made his return to podcasting. He decided that Money in the Bank was so great he had to talk about it. So he and I reviewed Money in the Bank. That's up now. Other than that, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got In Your House International Incident dropping Monday. That's Trav's first WWF pay-per-view, 1996. It's going to be a gang war, quote unquote. Cam Cornette, Bulldog, Owen Hart, and who the fuck was the other dude? I'm already spacing. Not Yokozuna. What other big dude? Vader. Jesus Christ. I'm thinking of a big giant fat guy. Vader. Taking on Shawn Michaels, Ahmed Johnson, and the returning Sid Vicious. Because, Warrior had finally left wrestling at that point. He was supposed to be their guy. This is around the time when he's like, nah, fuck this. He started no-showing shows, and so, yeah. So we got that. All that's happening, and, yeah, go vote for El Jefe, by the way. Fucking RT Wrestler, or AT Wrestler, is the greatest thing I've seen. But El Jefe is the real boss around here.
Yeah, the consummate 80s heel. I guess that makes you the face.
Of all the positions, I don't know how many times I've ever been a face. But I'll take it.
Yeah. And speaking of Owen Hart, I guess we'll probably be talking about Dark Side of the Ring next week as well.
Yes, do so. Also, speaking of Dark Side of the Ring, check out the one they just did on the Road Warriors. For anybody who is the littlest fan ever of the Road Warriors, check it out. It was fucking awesome. I actually shared it on Facebook on the RWT group.
Yeah. It was a rush. And also next week, join us for the AEW Double or Nothing predictions. And the Phoenix, as we said, has not one but 2 promo league bouts as he takes on Cypher and Rob Chef. Until then, we must now bid you adieu. Goodbye, mwah, and good night.
Buenas noches.
You can shape up or get bowed up.
Oh, I like it.